सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Janana. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. Through Swayambhuva Manu and his son Uttanapada, we saw the charitram of Dhruva and Uttama. Then in his very clan came the tyrant Raja called Vena, and then came the very auspicious Raja called as Pruthu. In that very clan of Pruthu came another Raja whom we are going to discuss now. Pruthostu napta pruthu dharma karmataha prachina barhir yuvatau shatadrutau prachetaso nama suchetasaha sutan ajijanatvat karunam puraniva prachina barhihi napta pruthoho. So Prutho's napta, great grandson, not grandson, great grandson, we say Vyasam Vasishtha Naptaram. So that Napta, Prutho's Napta, what was his name? Prachina Barhihi. So his name was Prachina Barhis. Pruthu Dharma Karmataha. He was extremely righteous, like his very own great grandfather, like Pruthu. And he was also performing various dharmic activities through Ajijanat Yuvatau Shatadrutau, through a young wife called as Shatadruti. Yuvatau Shatadrutau. Ajijanat. Through her, he produced, what did he produce? Sutana Nama Prachetasaha. He produced sons called Prachetas, 10 in number. All like how the sons of Pandu are together collectively called Pandavas. The sons of Dhritarashtra are together called Dhartarashtras. Like the sons of Dasharatha are called Dasharathis. Here we have Sutan Nama Prachetasaha. This Prachina Bar, his sons, 10 of them together collectively were called Prachetas. Suchetasaha Sthitan Iva. How were these Prachetas? Suchetasaha. They were all people of good mind. Suchetasaha Sthitan Iva. Very noble minded, very devoted. Tvat Karuna Ankuran. They were looking like sprouts who had come out of the compassion that you had given. Vedanta Deshika, the great Acharya, says, the mercy from the Lord of Tirumala, Tirupati, Balaji, Venkateshwara Swami comes like daya, it seems. It comes like waters of mercy. And they end up cultivating plants around them. So, Ankuran Iva, Tvat Karuna. They are nothing but sprouts of your compassion. Next comes the next shloka. Pituhu sisirksha niratasya shasanad bhavat tapasya bhirata dasha pite payonidhim paschima maityatattate sarovaram sandrishashur manoharam shasanat pituhu, by the command of their father. Who is the commanding father? Prachina Barhis. Sisirksha niratasya, who was always interested in the task of creating more, producing more. Dasha pite, all the 10 sons called Prachetas, Bhavat Tapasya Abhirataha, they took delight. They all were very happy. They were not engaged, interested in creating more. They were fully into meditation, dhyana. Tapasya Abhirataha, they wanted to do meditation on you, Krishna. Hey Krishna of Guruvayur, they wanted to meditate upon you. Aitya Paschimam Payonidhim, they ended up reaching the western shores of that ocean. Which is the western shores? We have this coast from Gujarat, continuing across Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka and Kerala. This is called the Western Ghats. From the Western Ghats, if you see the Arabian Sea, which is called the Paschima Tatam. So he says, Sandrishuhu Tattate, on that shores of which sea, Paschimam Payonidhim, Western Sea, Manoharam Sarovaram. So you have the hills, Western Ghats, then you have the Arabian Sea, Paschima Tattatam. In that he saw a Sarovaram. So in that land bordering the Western Ghats and the shores, there was in the middle a beautiful lake. Where is this lake, sir? Tell us that lake. It will come later. That lake was observed. Manoharam Sarovaram. Sarovaram, lake. Manoharam, giving happiness to the mind. That kind of a lake he saw. Tada bhavat tirthamidam samagato bhavo bhavat sevaka darshana drutaha prakashamasadyah purah prachetasa upadishat bhakta tamastavam. Tada bhavaha bhakta tamaha. Bhavaha means Shiva. Mahadeva, Shiva is called Bhavaha. Tada bhavaha, then Bhavaha, that is Shiva, bhakta tamaha. Tama in Sanskrit means the best. We say Purusho Tamaha. The Tamaha, the best among Purushas. Purusho Tamaha. Bhakta Tamaha means the best among devotees. Who is the best among devotees? Shiva, Bhava. Of Bhakta of whom? To the Bhakta of Paramatma Narayana, amongst his devotees, Shiva is the best. Vaishnavanam Aham Shambhuhu, says Krishna in Bhagavatam. So, amongst the devotees, the best is Shiva. Bhakta Tamaha Bhavaha Samagataha Idam Bhavat Tirtham. He came to the same place where these Prachetas were. Where were the Prachetas? We have said. So, Manoharam Sarovaram. To that Sarovaram, Shiva approached. Samagataha Idam Bhavat Tirtham Bhavat Sevaka Darshanadritaha. So that he can have a look at his devotees. See, whenever you see your classmates, your batchmates, you will get extremely happy. They were all devotees of Bhagavan. The 10 sons of Prachina Barhis called Prachetas. And Shiva is the greatest of the devotees. He wanted to see them. But you see, if you are a student of Sanskritam, you will see the usage and that sound. He says, Bhavaha Bhaktatamaha Bhavattirtam Bhavatsevaka Bhavatsevaka Bhavattirtam Bhaktatamaha Bhavaha. So the usage of that single letter Bha is so amazing. So he says, Bhavat Sevaka Darshanadritaha. He wanted to see the devotees of you. Prakasham Asadya. He manifested himself. Puraha Prachetasam. In front of the Prachetas. Upadishat Stavam Tava. Then he taught them. Bhagavan Shiva Mahadeva. He taught the Prachetas a particular hymn. It is called Rudra Geetam. It comes in entirety in Bhagavatam. But there is only a mention of it in Bhagavatam. In Narayaneeyam. Stavam Tava Upadishat. So that particular stotram was taught. Then what happened? Stavam Japantastamami Jalantare Bhavantamase Vishatayutam Samaha Bhavat Sukhaswada Rasadamishviyam Babhuva Kalo Dhruvapanna Shighrata Ami Ase Vishata Bhavantam. Then having learnt the Rudra Geetam from Sakshat Rudra about Paramatma Narayana themselves, these Prachetas, Ase Vishat Bhavantam, Ayutam Samaha Japantam, Ayutam, 10,000. 10,000 Samaha Japantam, 10,000 years they did tapas. Now we may get surprised, 10,000 is such a big number, sir, how can they do? One, you are free to believe the number 10,000. The other way of interpreting in our Samskrita Kavyam is they use Katapayadi Sankhya and number, digit for every place. Units place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place, 10,000s place. So 10,000 is 5. So 5 years they did tapas. Sir, all the way from 10,000 you brought it to 5. Even doing tapas from 5 for 5 years continuously is a big task. It is not about waking up in the morning and finishing off in the evening. 360 to 365 days a year. Like this for 5 years. That itself is like 10,000 years. So ayutam samaha japantam tam stavam jalantare. They remained within the waters of the lake. Jalantare they used to do this particular tapas. Amishu iyan kalaha babhuva. Then see, Bhagavan was impressed with their tapas. He could have appeared in front of them in 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. Why did he take so long? Iyan kalaha babhuva. Why did he take so much of time? Bhattatri asks, to which he says, Bhavat sukha aswada rasat. Because these people who were doing their tapas, aswada rasat, they were enjoying it. See, they did not take it as a task. Oh, 1 year is over. I'm so tired. I don't know when Bhagavan will come. Was not their thought. They were relishing Bhagavan's Rupam, Swarupam, Gunam so much so that they were not bothered about how much time it took. So Bhagavan wanted to make them feel the happiness of their tapasya, so he did not come. Unlike Bhattatri says, Na Shighrata Dhruvavat. For Dhruva you appeared so early because Dhruva wanted to see Bhagavan, so he appeared. Here they were enjoying. Now, this is where we need to understand waters. They were doing meditation. They were doing it in the waters of the lake. What lake was it? That lake is the lake that you see next to Guruvayur. Today when you go to Guruvayur in Kerala, next to the temple you see a lake, right? That was the earlier lake. Who says this? The Puranam says, Pratisthapaya matsthane bimbametatam samshayam atraiva svastaye bhuyal lokannamiti nishchitam prachetasami haivaham madgeetam upadishtavan purvameva priyataram mamaitat sthanamuttamam ambapure nivaso me bhavadambikaya samam prachetasam. So the shloka says, that particular lake where Prachetas performed their tapas is called Ambapuri, is where the Divyamangala Vigraham worshipped by Krishna has been installed. So that lake is confirmed. The lake which is found on one side of the Western Ghats close to the Arabian Sea is the lake next to Guruvayur temple. So that lake is where they performed. So there has been a connection of Sri Guruvayur with Bhagavatam and Narayaneeyam. Then what happened? Bhagavan had to appear. What did he do? Tapobhiresha matimatravadbhibihi sayajna himsa niratopi pavitaha pitapitesham grihayatanarada pradarshitaatma bhavatatmatam yayau yajna himsa nirataha api. Though intent upon killing, see, when you have to perform certain yajnas, not every yajna, there are certain portions of yajna pashus which are sacrificed, which is called vapa bhagam. Not every yajna, 1 in 100 or 1 in 1000. But despite that, people were not very comfortable. Some were not very comfortable, though it is said in Shastram that such animals will reach Swargam. Some may have not been very happy, and there will be a certain sin incurred because of this, is what some presume. Yajna himsa nirataha api tesham pita. The father of these Prachetas called Prachina Barhis used to do such sacrifices and was a bit worried. Won't I incur sins? That is when Pavitaha yesham tapobihi. Those sins underwent emancipation because of the tapas performed by the 10 sons called Prachetas. So, Pavitaha yesham tapobihi ati matravardhibihi. Though they were growing in intensity. Griha yadanarada pradarshitaatma. From Narada Maharshi, they gained the knowledge about Atma and Paramatma. Saha yayau bhavatatmatam. Then finally, that Prachina Barhis, see, remember this, Prachina Barhis, because of the tapasya performed by Prachetas, his sons, could undergo emancipation, the sins he had performed. And Narada appeared and taught the knowledge to him. Later, like how Prachetas will obtain the knowledge, Prachina Barhis obtained knowledge. Saha yayau bhavatatmata. Thinking of the knowledge and ruminating and internalizing the knowledge given by Narada on him, Prachina Barhis attained Bhagavan. So, bhavatatmatam, he says. Then what happened to the Prachetas? See, the father, because of Prachetas tapasya, attained a good lokam. What happened to the Prachetas? That we will see in the next episode.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण